Hey Berry Patch, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to me or this title in general, welcome to your first step into the chaotic, magical, and sometimes deeply confusing world of just anime and my channel. Both a perfect mix. So, today we're breaking down a video that I haven't seen be made in like several years. So we're breaking down the most common genres you'll run into, what they actually mean, what to expect, and why sometimes people cry over fictional volleyball characters for seasons. Now, as a side note, I don't like that anime. But anime viewers, y'all know which one that is. Okay, let's get into it. First look, I made this, even though it's kind of backwards. But I made this. So, we're going to use this as a little slide sheet. So, first, Shonen. I don't know how well you guys can see this. I'll do it this way. Shonen. Sho and nen, which means young boy. Sho means few or young, and then nen means years. So this is specifically anime that is for the young boy genre. Kind of like, I can't remember, there's an age like section, but I don't remember what it is. So it's all about action, friendship, rivalry, and over-the-top battle scenes. Kind of, I think Pokemon might fall into that. I think that's what it is. Think training montages, yelling your name at an attack, and characters who never give up even when they really, really should. Again, Pokemon. So, a few, I just remembered, I did make a list. So a few shonen, because even if you don't know anime, you must have heard of anime, you've seen something. So you might be familiar with some of these titles, even if you've never watched it. So a few of the titles that I have listed are Naruto, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, JJK, and One Piece. Which I don't like One Piece either. So, for these ones, so now, before I get into main parts of this, just because one group is for a specific demographic doesn't mean you can't watch it. Anyone can watch anything. Anything. So if you ever want to throw hands while dramatically yelling about your dreams, congrats, you're already halfway being to a shonen protagonist. Because that's all those animes do. That's it. I do have a few favorite shonens, though. Naruto is pretty decent. I love JJK. What was that other one? I only like the very first Dragon Ball. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. If you guys can read this, because with my OBS, I don't know if it's reversed or not. Also, let me know if my audio's quality is kind of weird. I've been having issues with my toner microphone, so I'm trying to deal with it. So, this is section 2, Shojo, romance, drama, and sparkles. This is pretty much the girl version of Shonen. It is for young girls, but you don't have to be a young girl to watch it. It's genre basically romantic daydream, but make it extra. So you're gonna see things like love triangles, school uniforms, sparkles, and emotionally loaded stares across the classroom. Think of Sailor Moon or on High Host Club, Fruits Basket, and then there was another one. What was it? Kimi ni Todoki. I don't remember what it means in English, but that's one of them as well. So, Shojo is specifically the Shojo, and it means girl or young girl. I forgot to add what these characters mean, but that's pretty much what that is. So, any anime that really those ones that you fall on top of them and then you fall in love, those are those kind of animes. They're not bad, they're not good, but some of them are really good. That was not enough information. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. Okay. I'm trying not to make this too much rambly. I just really like anime. So, our next topic is, I don't know how to say this. I think it's like Seinen. So, it means youth, young man, and it's typically the ages of like 18 to 40 roughly. Something along that lines. This is the adult version of Shonen. You're going to see, like, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's typically aimed at older men. It deals in like complex issues, dark storylines, and sometimes very questionable content, aka more lewder content that you wouldn't see normally in like a girls' anime. There's the examples that I can pull out right now that I put up are like Ghost in the Shell, Tokyo Ghoul, Monster, Berserk. There was another one that I had written down. What was it? Oh, Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon is another one. So, whenever you think of Seinen, think more violence, more psychology, and like, what did I just watch? When you're first getting into anime, of course, everything's gonna be like, what did I just watch? But that's pretty much the basics for Seinen. Now, I think you know what the next one's gonna be. I'm trying to keep my eyeballs on my camera, but it looks like I'm looking that way. It sucks. So, the next one is Josei. I'm saying like that because I don't know how to say it. So, it means woman, pretty much. I don't remember the specifics of this. So this one is for the adults, the adult women. It gives you more romance, slice of life drama, but with less glitter and more grown-up feelings. Think any anime that really has like the protagonist as an adult, not like a high school girl. It's like Shojo's older, more emotionally responsible big sister. I can't really think of many popular Josei anime that people might know. I know Nana, Paradise Kiss, Honey and Clover. Those are a couple of options that you have. Pretty much, if you could summarize Josei in one sentence, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll text your ex. Josei hits really hard whenever it comes to an anime that you find like that. Now, for an anime that all of you know, this anime genre, you all know, because there's so many memes about it. You see it? Isekai. Isekai, if you don't already know, even un-anime people might know this. So Isekai actually means another world, obviously. AKA Truck-kun strikes again. So, it starts usually with, it's any anime that has a really, really long title that feels like a paragraph. Or it starts with somebody dying and ending up in another world. Except there's a few rare exceptions to that rule. And it's often by a truck. Yes, really, Truck-kun is undefeated. So the examples that I know that I put are ReZero, Sword Art Online, which nobody died to get there. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, and my all-time favorite that I really, really like, that I wish got another season, the time I got reincarnated as a vending machine. That, if you like any anime, please go watch that. It's about a dude that gets reincarnated as a vending machine, and he can do like all kinds of vending machine stuff, but he's in like a fantasy RPG type world with like monsters and crap, which is really cool. So, the next list, because I'm not trying to make this a long video. So, this is technically a genre, technically not. Slice of life. It's making its own little comfort section. So you want a break from interdimensional sword fights and like stress kind of animes. So there's no drama, no monsters, just vibes in slice of life animes. Think like laid back camp, March comes in like a lion, and Barakamon. I had another one. I don't watch too many slice of lives, but I do watch a couple of them. And K-On! I think is also a slice of life. So if you know what Studio Ghibli is, it's like watching Studio Ghibli where nothing explodes but your heart feels warm anyway. So it just feels like a nice little hug in anime form. Which some people might say that about a couple of Studio Ghibli films, and they're not wrong. But for the purpose of this video, yeah. And our last but not least section, I kind of just combined it all together, is this. We will read this in a second, because I have like a full like thing that I've written about for this. So, it's in two sections, but all jumbled together. So first is section horror and psychology. So you like anime, but you like horror movies. You want to question reality and possibly your own sanity. There's a lot of anime like this. Horror and psychological genres are where it's at. Expect disturbing visuals, unreliable narrators, and an existential dread. So the types of anime you're going to want to see in this section is another Paranoia Agent Perfect Blue, and then The Promised Neverland. And there's an anime that I haven't seen, but I want to go see because I found out what it was. It's called Higurashi. So it sounds interesting. This category for you would be a 10 out of 10 if you enjoy crying in the dark. If you want to cry in the dark, I'm looking at you, Promised Neverland. Sorry, I know I keep going right here. My poor pop filter cannot understand me. I'm trying to speak so you guys can actually hear me, because I know I've been having like audio issues for y'all, so I'm trying my best. So our last section is sports, mecha, and fantasy. So sports is anything that's main focus is sports. They really usually have found family, emotional trauma, volleyball, soccer, anything really like that. Think of like Haikyuu. Haikyuu, you suck. Sit in the corner. So Mecha is really a boys kind of anime, but girls watch it obviously. It has like giant robots, angsty teens, and the fate of humanity. And then fantasy has magic, kingdoms, dragons, and usually a big war. So, we're going to go, and I'm going to tell you like anime you can watch that are in these categories. So, for sports, you could watch like Haikyuu, Kuroko no Basket, I don't remember what it's in English, Yuri on Ice, Blue Lock, and Free Iwatobi Swim Club. If you want a mecha anime, you can do Neon Genesis, Gundam, Code Geass, Darling in the Franxx, and Eureka 7. There's another one that I was just watching the other day that I cannot remember what it was called. I'm gonna remember it, but I can't remember it. And then if you want a fantasy anime, you can get like Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, Made in the Abyss, Magi, or The Ancient Magus Bride, which that last one is my favorite. So, I know this was kind of a little bit of a long video. I wanted to make it 10 minutes, but it's obviously not 10 minutes because of my rambling. So, at the end of the day, anime and manga is for anyone pretty much. It doesn't have to be labeled, but it helps to find what kind of anime you might be interested in. Either like if you're a romance lover, a thrill seeker, comedy fan, and yes, even that one person that watches stuff with sad endings. I know you're watching. I'm looking at you. If you're new, explore a little. Any anime really. Don't watch Promised Neverland as your first anime. Please don't. Please don't. Try a genre you wouldn't expect to try, like maybe a sports one, even though I know I will never watch one of those. And remember, no matter what you watch, someone's judging your taste. Not me, probably. I mean, anyone's gonna judge you. Hell, I could say, like, any random anime and somebody's gonna judge you for it. That's how it's gonna be. Anything, really. But if this helped you, leave a like, drop your favorite genre, and in the comments, just say how you're doing today. And subscribe for more. I'm going to be doing a lot more anime. At least a couple of videos a week are just going to be anime, along with all my other content. So please, do subscribe. And I will see y'all later. So this was supposed to be the end of the video, but I just remembered that I forgot like 3 other genres. There's Kodome, which targets specifically just children in general, which is like Pokemon. And then there's Soji I, which is affection and or romance among girl characters. And then Shonen AI is affection or romance amongst boy characters. Forgot that I did that.